What's going on, people? Mr. King of the World here, playing TDM on Golmud Railway using the M16A4, the burst fire assault rifle, and I'm going to be doing something that a lot of you probably will not like, and that is hanging out in these buildings and rooftops. And the reason for that, and I feel I have a pretty good reason for it, and that's because with this being a burst fire weapon, I've mentioned in several of my past videos that I have a problem with the PS4 controller. And I don't know if the problem is the controller or if the problem is me, but because the triggers are different than PS3, and I can't spam them as fast. Even a gun like this, which is supposed to shoot, what is it, 850, 900 rounds a minute, it jams up constantly at close range. If there's a guy that gets in my face, and I spam the button, it will jam up and I will die 100% of the time. However, for whatever reason, when I'm off in the distance and I have some time to relax, things work out a lot better for me with burst fire and single fire weapons. And I don't know if it's like the adrenaline that kicks in and just if I'm not pressing the button right. I don't know. I didn't have this problem in BF3. BF3, I love the KH 2002 burst fire assault rifle. I loved all my little pistols, my M1911s and the MP443s and all that stuff. This game, I can't use them. And I think that that's a problem for me, personally, that I need to get fixed. Because I miss them very much. And I don't like being one of these guys that's on a rooftop. But for this match, at least most of it anyway, I'm going to have to roast some marshmallows and pitch a tent. And here I got my SW40 out, and I'm going to be using this thing pretty often because for whatever reason I run out of ammo pretty fast on the M16, and you know, hanging out on rooftops, you don't get much support up there, which is fine because they're down there doing their job, and I'm just sticking around up the top somewhere. But so I'm gonna be using the SW40 a lot. Again, I would rather use a silenced, you know, MP443 or something, but I can't do that. I've tried numerous times. Doesn't work for me, and I need to figure it out. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here and pick up this guy's gun because I was out of ammo, and here I switched to his primary gun that I just picked up for a split second. I saw what it was, and I immediately went back to the pistol. And luckily, this guy's running the same pistol I have, the SW40, because the kit that I just picked up, believe it or not, is the Type 95 carbine. And if you watched a video that I posted a little while back called The Worst Gun in Battlefield 4, well, then you'll see a video all about the Type 95. And that was actually one of my most popular videos that I've ever posted. And got several likes on it, so apparently I'm not the only one that thinks so. Type 95 is horrible, and unfortunately I have to use it right now because some guy was carrying it, and that's just what I got stuck with when I picked him up. But he does have the SW40, so that helps out. So I do have a pretty lethal secondary, and I'm gonna see if this guy. I'm not sure how I knew that this guy had revive paddle. I wasn't using defibs on my kit, so why did I just assume that this guy had defibs? I don't remember scrolling through my equipment, but I must have, because that's what you want to do. Check your equipment. And I have the 95, so I'm on the rooftop right here. Type 95, in my opinion, is horrible. It's not something that I want to be face to face with somebody with. But I have no problem picking them off at a distance, because as with just about any other gun in the game, if you're shooting at somebody and they don't see you and they're not shooting back at you, your odds of killing them go up dramatically. And that's pretty much the case with every gun in the game. That goes without saying. If you're shooting at somebody and they're not shooting back, you might win that firefight. So I'm still up here because the Type 95 is bad, and I don't know. I just don't want to go down there. This map, I'm actually getting kind of tired of this map. Everybody hangs out in buildings, including me. And you know, you need to put your HE on your M320 or your RPG or something so you can blow buildings up. But it's a little. And I don't know about anybody else, but this map lags for a TDM worse than any other map that I've seen so far on a regular basis. And I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously there's a lot of destruction in this map, but it can get a little bit ridiculous at times. But another thing I want to talk about, you'll see at points throughout this match here where I'm kind of stuttering around while I'm running forward. My guy just kind of stops. And I've actually been wanting to talk about this for a while. This is something that is not new. About 2.5, 3 months ago, my PlayStation 4 controller kind of broke a little bit, I want to say. And there, I killed that guy up there and grabbed his kit, and he also had Type 95. What the hell is wrong with these guys? Luckily, the hitman shot me in the face and killed me, so it all worked out. And I see some red dots over here, so I'm going to blow some holes in this wall here. And I'm using the underslung, you see I have the rail on because, well, I don't even have any attachments yet. I barely even use this gun. I have Master Dog Tag with all of the other assault rifles, except for this one, and all the carbines as well, except for the M4 and the Ace-52 I'm still working on. So, yeah, I gotta try and get that done. But my controller, PS4 controller, about 3 months ago, kind of broke. And what happened was the left analog stick, the one you use to move around, when you press it directly forward, as in directly up, my character on screen comes to a complete stop every time. And it's been this way for a couple months. And a lot of these gameplays you've seen lately, some of them might be older gameplays, but any of the newer gameplays you've seen, you may have noticed me stuttering around and stopping. Like right there, I just kind of did like a little stutter step for no reason. I didn't even try to. Yeah, and the reason for that is because of the controller. When I press directly up, and it's very, very frustrating. But the reason I didn't do anything about it is because I thought maybe I was just doing something wrong. I changed my settings so that you can hold the button in to run, and everything else, everything I could think of, short of buying a new controller or sending this one back to Sony. But then I started playing Watch Dogs recently, a couple weeks ago, and I realized that it was actually the controller. Because in Watch Dogs, I'm just walking around town, and if I press directly forward, my character will stop on the screen. So I knew then it was the controller, and it wasn't just in my mind for the last 3 months. So I got a new controller last weekend, the first weekend that I used it, and it works very well. But that's why some of these gameplays have been a little choppy at times, as far as me running around and just stopping and standing in the middle of the street. Like a jackass, it's because I can't move. Because my controller, left analog stick, when you press it directly up, did not function. It would just stop. I'd have to run at an angle or sideways or whatever. And it wasn't very fun. But yeah, this commentary is there all over the place. And I have some carrier assault coming up very soon. Some pretty cool gameplay from there. 17-1, thanks for watching. It's been real and it's been fun. But it hasn't been real fun. Sorry for the camp fest. Later.
Thank you. It's a wrap.